About 4 years ago, I ended up reading part of a book that went into a key part of what will allow someone to manifest what they desire. And this article is titled, "You Can't Have Anything Until You Don't Need It." And this is what I said. Earlier on, whilst I was out, I spotted a book that caught my attention. This book was called Creating Money, Attracting Abundance, and it was written by Sanaya, Roman, and Duane Packer. Not sure if I said that correctly, but I will add the name of the book in the section below. A number of months ago, I had looked through another book that Sanaya Roman had written, and this played a part in me reaching out for this book. This book was about awareness, and I remembered looking through it and thinking about how it was full of great advice. I soon found out that the book about money was channeled, as was the book about awareness. When this takes place, it basically means that someone has received information from a being that is on the other side, so to speak. I must admit that when I first heard about this many years ago, I thought it was a bit wacky, but as I'm open-minded, I will read just about anything and then come to my own conclusion. So even though this book was also channeled, I was well aware of how good the previous book was. I ended up flicking through the book and a section of it soon caught my eye. One part said, "Detachment is a mental letting go, just as surrender is an emotional letting go." I thought that this was a good way of looking at the difference between letting go mentally and letting go emotionally. This wasn't the part of the book that had the biggest impact on me though. What had the biggest impact was something that touched upon another area. Another section went into need fulfillment and said, "It has been said that you can't have anything until you don't need it. This is not the same as not wanting it." Now, this was not something that I hadn't heard before, but for some reason, it meant more this time. Many years ago, I had heard Dov Baron say that you can have anything you want as long as you are not attached to it, or something similar. This comes down to the fact that the universe responds to how we feel, not to what we say we want. If someone wants something and is coming from a place of desperation, the message they are sending out is one of lack, and this is then what they will receive more of. A simple way to understand this is to think about a time in your life when you were unable to find something that you needed, yet when you no longer needed it, it showed up. Your energy would have changed, and this would have removed a lot of, if not all of, the resistance that was within you. Two sayings that go into this paradox are the hungry never get fed, and the richer get richer and the poorer get poorer. In the first example, the hungry have a strong attachment to food, and in the second, the poor have a strong attachment to money. It could then be said that this shows how important it is to be in a place of peace and contentment, as opposed to a place of inner unease and discontentment. Undoubtedly, this is easier said than done. Perhaps you have been looking into manifestation for a long time, or perhaps manifestation is something that is new to you. Either way, the key point here is that when we are attached to something, when we really need something, then most likely we are not going to get it. And letting go is the key, but of course this is not easy, because sometimes when we do want something, it can be because we really do need it and we can't really wait. Could be money, could be another resource, but we need it and we need it now. But as the universe mirrors how we feel and that what we say we want, then, as I've said, needing something and being attached to it is a way to stop what we want and need from entering our reality. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.